Just waiting for see if anybody comes. Hello, I hope everybody's doing well. This is just a pop-up. I wanted to do something real quick. So let's see if we get anybody in here. Might have to wait and do it another time and schedule another live to do the subscriber giveaway. So I know there's a few lives tonight, but I have time right now. So that's why I wanted to do it right now. Hope everybody's doing well. Just waiting to see if there's more to come in. We'll wait a few minutes. Otherwise, I might just have to schedule later. Let me know if you're in the chat, if you want to say hello, or then I know who's here. I am excited to share that my channel reached 200, and hopefully it just keeps growing. As a mom, it's just kind of hard to figure out what I can share and what I can't share to keep privacy. And so sometimes I don't always be consistent on videos I'm making. So I try to keep some privacy for the kids, but they always want to try to get in there in those videos. So if it was up to them, they'd be in all of them. But I am trying to get more consistent with videos, and if anybody has any questions, just pop them in the chat and I'll answer them. So hope everybody, again, is doing well. Sorry, just trying to conversate to see how everybody's doing. But I was thinking that I could use StreamYard to do the giveaway, but this is like my second live ever. First time I did it, my first giveaway didn't turn out very good either, because I thought that when you did your live streams, you had a StreamYard, but I guess not. I don't know if that's something I have to download or not, but like I said, might have to do a different live stream for that once I get that figured out. But I have made some shirts and stuff that I want to use as part of the giveaway, and some stickers that I've made for my channel. We live in a smaller town, and our smaller town has little treats and souvenirs and stuff. So I like to give that as part of the giveaway too. So I haven't figured out quite yet, but I do think for some of my subscribers, they do live in Canada. And the last time I shipped to Canada, it was like really expensive. So I'm thinking about doing a Amazon gift card for $25 as part of the giveaway too. So so that my Canadian friends can also be part of the giveaway as well. So I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. So I see that there's 7 people here, but maybe I'm just not seeing it and you're typing, but I don't see anything. So anyways, that was just my plan to share Um, I know there's a couple other lives going on right now, so we will just see if anybody wants to talk and see if anybody has any questions. So, um, I have been working on some crochet still. I guess it's just winter time, so it's just what I do. I crocheted a couple little baby hats, and I do have some more quilts to start. I just haven't done that yet. But anyways, those are my winter projects. So it's fixing on getting more snow this weekend, and probably more. It'll be colder than we've had cold snow, and it's been freezing off and on. And we have about, I think, probably about 30 inches outside right now of snow. So it's just saying light snow, but sometimes that's different. It could be um, we get 1 to 2 inches, or sometimes it's 3 to 6 inches. So really doesn't. I mean, it just depends on the snow. So, but it's where it's coming off. I'll have to post some wind pictures, but by the backside of my house, where it comes off the side of the house, off the roof, we have snow there that is over 5 foot tall, and it comes up to our window. Our window's right here, and so the snow starts coming up to the window like this. So it's kind of like I don't know. Sometimes I think it's like some of those Alaskan shows where it shows how much snow they got, but I suppose that is just part of where we live. So, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if anybody's talking in chat or not, because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there. Now I see ya. There we go. There is everybody. Let's see who's in here. Okay, so we got, let me see if I can see everybody. I finally got it figured out. So let's see, we got Nene's Prepping Kitchen, Ark Wildman, MIC, Rita Hunter, Brenda. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's all doing well. It's glad to see everybody here. So, yeah, I just figured out how to do the chat. Thanks for, I guess that's being a newbie at all this stuff. Hello, Ragnarok Prepper, and a Bucket List Homestead. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you. I know it's not that a lot to compare to some of you, but I didn't ever, I don't know. I just don't have, I just do what I do and plug along and do it. You know, my Aunt Nate, she's the one that says, well, you should do a channel. And there's probably more that I could share about our lifestyle and stuff, but sometimes it's just difficult with the kids and stuff like that to get the videos out and stuff. And winter sowing, I do actually have some tomatoes that I have back there that are I started late season last year, and I need to transplant them into different ones because our mudroom's ready. I figured out also last year, after doing some winter sowing, that I need more light back there. I have light, but it's just not good enough. So I'm going to have to work on some more lighting back there to get those going. But what you'll be looking forward to is On one of my videos last year, I made a video of an old foundation that we have on the property. And what I plan on doing with that is because it's a foundation that's probably about 10 foot deep. So I'm planning on doing a in-ground greenhouse with that to get our growing season longer, because last year we got 63 days and it was our first year here. So I really need something that's just a little bit longer in time to grow things, because everything that I did get out just didn't produce anything. I maybe got 3 green tomatoes. And also, when it was our first year here, knowing where the sun hits the property. So um, then we realized where the best spot for the garden is. So let's see here. Well, we do have ice too. Our driveway is icy because it freezes, then it snows. And we live on a mountain road. And so if you don't have four-wheel drive, you're not going to get here. So my husband was going on his way to work. It's been 2 weeks now. And he hit a cow with our vehicle and totaled it. And so we've been on a search for a new vehicle, and that's not fun. I don't like it. So anyways, I'm hoping that he is able to find one, because right now he's using his mom's car. So if we have bad weather, he can't get home. So just reading chat. Yeah, tomatoes and peppers have the longest time. I I do a lot of salsa for my husband. I can't eat tomatoes because it gives me really bad heartburn, and it just doesn't sit well with me. It's a nightshade, and I have psoriatic arthritis, and I try to stay away from nightshades because it affects my psoriatic arthritis and my psoriasis. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with psoriasis, but I try to stay away from that. It just doesn't sit well with me. They come plow the mountain, but riding in a car down that mountain road, it's seat clenching. It really is. And well, I'll have to see if that helps. But even if I eat, even eating fresh tomatoes and stuff, it's really bad on my acid. Well, that's nice. I'm not. I'm talking with MIC about the south-facing windows. Where my mudroom is, it's funny with the property. We really never see the sun. We see the sun. I don't know if I could ever show it on a video, but because of where we're at, we sit kind of like in a valley, and there's a mountain, not a mountain, it's a hill. And back up behind us is where the sun comes in the morning. And so when it's in the front of the property, we'll see rays of the sun way off in the distance a little bit. It's kind of weird. And then because we're surrounded by a forest, so and then in the afternoons, we see the sun because it'll come up in the summertime. It'll come around this what is it? It's not the south. It has to be the the west side of our house, because the sun sets over there. And in the summertime, we get it, but and when it comes to wintertime where it sets so early, we don't get a lot of it. So when we just barely see it, it seems like. So it'll set over there and it's just weird. I guess hard to I'll have to take a video of it sometime to show how the sun hits our house because it doesn't dead on set on our house, and that's why I had a problem with the garden last year because we have those big tall trees on the side of our house, and I thought that where I had the garden it was big and open in that side, but what happened is it just never had direct sunlight. So I didn't realize that until during the year because it had been our first year here. So thanks for stopping by, Bucket List. I hope you have a great weekend as well. You're in Tennessee. Ah, I went through Tennessee once when I was younger and I loved it. I loved the rolling hills and it was around fall and I just remember all these fall colors and stuff. So I'm glad you love Idaho because I love Idaho too. I really love where we live now. If I could invite everybody over for a barbecue or picnic or anything, it's just something I love to do. I like to entertain and um, as long as they're my people. We've had some people that are just not our people up here. So if you know what I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's just some of those people that are not your people. So, but yeah, I like to entertain and make sure everybody's comfortable. And in the summertime, people come up here and we have fires and things like that. And it's just a nice spot. People we can ride four-wheelers and go fishing or just go on the trails. In the wintertime, we've been walking the snow and checking for critters. I know Ragnarok is doing the same thing around his place, and uh, uh, but yeah, I like to entertain, and I just I guess that's hard to do when you're just making videos every so often. Is trying to um, get across what kind of person you are. But anyways, let's see. For those of you that I don't know if you've used StreamYard before, I don't know how to get a hold on that thing. So maybe you guys could tell me in the chat if I have to do another live to do StreamYard. I don't know if I have to download StreamYard or I thought it just opened up into StreamYard. Because I know when I've been on some others, they had StreamYard to do their giveaways. So I don't know. Should have been more prepared for this, but I might, like I said, might end up having to do just another live to do it. So I appreciate everybody stopping by and saying hello. Yes, we do have a lot of timbers blocking our light, but I like the timbers, and I know you do too. I know you like these areas. For anybody that don't know, Nene is my aunt, and so let's see. Don't want to waste anybody's time. But it's good to chat with everybody and see. I think hi. Oh, Um, Nene, are you growing things this year? I was gonna go through my seed catalogs again. Hello, Mary. I hope you're well. I made a list already and I have a ton of seeds still. Um, but I'm pretty sure that all of my starts, I thought I did a lot last year. I am just gonna really just have to buckle down and get into it deeper in my mudroom where I grow my stuff because it's just um not a long enough growing season. Yeah. See, June is when we have to, but we started getting our frost in early September. So we really just didn't have that many days. I have been also contemplating on maybe getting a milk cow, but I don't know. It's some more thinking about to do. We have the sheep, but I don't know. I like to raise calves too, so I've bottle fed calves before too, but when you're in this much snow, you all really have to make sure you have a good enough shelter where they can move around quite a bit and stuff. There's still a lot of thinking about I have to do and before I get down into that, but being prepared and stuff. And but when I was figuring out about how much money we were spending on dairy, it's just outrageous. I could have a milk cow for as much as I'm spending on dairy a month. So, but hello, Gardner Josh. Yes, the feed. But when it comes down to it, even if I shared my milk because my neighbors they like milk too, um, I would still probably come out ahead with everything. And also, the other thing is time to consider making your own cheese, it's still you have to let that cheese cure and do all that stuff too. So a lot of things to consider before that happens, but it's worth looking into. And it's another step into self-sufficiency. And I don't have to worry about going to the store. But the other part is that is um I when you don't have acreage, you have to make sure you have a spot for the cleanup to go and we have a compost pile, but cows are a big animal to be cleaning up after. So, and they're not, you have to wait at least a year for compost. So, lots of things to consider before we go down that road. So, I've had goats before and I've been considering it. Right now, we do have two sheep. We have a ewe and a lamb, or a ewe and a ram. And our ram has just been very naughty. And we had goats, but all the male goats that I've ever had have been very naughty. We had a wither. When we first moved here, I kept him for my niece. And he would run from the back of the pen clear to the front and jump out. He would literally climb the fence and get out. So the ram quite hasn't been like that, but he knocks over every shelter we build, no matter how sturdy he is. The shelter we've got right now, it actually is goes over the fence because he can't reach it. There's no post inside, so he can't get it. The only thing that I didn't do is put T posts in there, so he can't knock that down. But he has been very naughty about it. But um, I have milked the sheep one time. Unfortunately, this last year she did lose her baby, so I didn't feel it was right to keep milking her, but she was not she had a lot of milk and I wanted to get that out of her. And I did taste it and it did taste bad. Milk, her milk didn't. So it's something I'm considering doing is milking the sheep. So she is bred and probably going to have babies hopefully in June. It'll be warmer than it was last time, we're hoping, because it was a rainy day and it was freezing and she was a first time mom and she just left them out there, and so we're helping this time it will be better. You had a night ago on the 10 acres. Did he help clear it? Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good evening. Oh, he ran off. He ran off to bother somebody else. Yeah, they can be. We had this one and I was going to post it to my channel because I wanted to show people what this little goat did. But she was just a baby goat and she hopped at our other place. She hopped up on top of our barn and our barn was not very secure. And she was just a baby. I mean, 2 weeks old maybe. And she hopped up on there and hello, tiny farm nuggets. And she ran across the barn back, and our barn was probably, I want to say at least 15 foot tall. And she jumped off that barn. She made it. She made it out alive and she kept doing it. And I finally just had to move. We had some pallets there to help with the shelter. I had finally had to move it because I thought she was going to break a leg or something. But my neighbors told me, she's like, we've been watching your goat out there jump off the barn. I'm like, I jump off the barn. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I wasn't funny. She'd slide off. We had a tin roof, and so she would slide off the roof and then run back up it and run the full length of the barn and then just jump off of it. I was like, you're going to kill yourself. Well, I love the female goats. The boys, we have sheep right now. We did have goats at the time, but uh, I'm not a fan of the male rams or bucks because they cause a lot of trouble. So, but yeah, I love the goats. They have such a personality. They make me laugh all the time. I can look out there and watch them and stuff. Um, it's I can watch our sheep, but they don't really do like the goats do. The goats are more personable than a ram or the sheep are. They will. Oh, that's true. Had when we had he was a part Norwegian dwarf, but he was mixed with something because he could still climb out one of our hog panels. He would just climb right out of there. I don't know how he do it, but just climb right out. He just crazy. Run from one side and just go jump over it. All the time was out. He liked being a mountain goat, I guess. But we end up having to give him back because he was not only jumping out the pen, but he was also headbutting everybody. Really not nice. And so I told my niece, okay, well, it's not working anymore. You're going to have to pick him up. And then she ended up giving him away to somebody because she kept him for a little while and she's got little guys and he would just run floorboard and go run him over. So she's like, okay, that's enough. We can't keep you because her little guys are under 4. They're 4 and under. So she just decided it just wasn't going to work for her anymore. So he went to a goat farm. Well, he probably more happy over there, but they are very personable. Do you milk your goats, Tiny Farm Nuggets? Yeah, um our ram does not go far when he gets out because he does not like leaving his ewe. So he'll run around right there, but we have a road that's kind of closer to our house, and we have traffic on there. It's just periodically, but I don't like them getting out because I'm afraid they're going to get hit by a car. The hard part about living in the mountains and having so much snow is with so much snow, your fence line gets taller or shorter and shorter. So having to figure that out, that's something we've been having to do. And sometimes, going in and shoveling out the snow because, like I said, your fence line gets shorter and you don't want to get them out. So, uh, yes, we are liable. Um, my husband hit a cow 2 weeks ago, and we live in an open range state. And we were worried that at that time, because we live in an open range state, you can be liable for hitting the cow. And thankfully, not that it was a good thing he hit a cow, period. Bad thing for the owners and bad thing for us. But they were liable because they were in a herding district. And so they were supposed to have their cow pinned up. So, but anyways, I'm glad to be past that and moving on and hopefully getting a different vehicle soon. So, yeah, I guess it varies. I mean, I'd be where he was at, he was in the valley and closer to more open areas, with more people around. Where we live here, I would understand an open range, but closer to more populated areas, they should have the law that, for sure you should have good fences for your animals. Cow plow. There is a risk every time you come up and down from the valley to here is not cows, your deer and elk that you're going to hit. So you really have to be careful, especially the times my husband has to leave for work and in the mornings because they're very active during those times. He leaves like 3 o'clock in the morning to get to work. So yeah, a cow plow, that's a very sturdy vehicle. We are in Idaho. I'm not sure, but Tiny Farm Nuggets. Are you by Arkansas or Ark Wildman? I think I might have seen some of your videos, but I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. You have family here in Idaho. That's great. I don't recall going to Arkansas. I think we drove through it a couple of times. My mom was a wanderer and she liked to go through all those states. So, oh, you're just down the road. Yep. So I think I've seen a couple of your videos. But yeah, goats are fun. It's something I've considered. It's just something my husband's no, because we've had so many issues with goats. But I think we haven't had a lot of the problems with the sheep getting out and stuff. This year our ewe is turned 5, and it's only she has only been bred that once, and it was because she was supposed to be my son's pet. So we got the ram to try to milk her and have babies. I'm not quite sure if we're going to eat the babies or not yet. So I was thinking we would do the males, but I've heard this breed of sheep tastes like beef, but I have not tried it. We've had lamb before, but only from the store. And if you're like me, I think that all meat grown, homegrown, is different than grown in the store. So you're from Arkansas too, oh, Mary. Well, maybe I just might have to get down there one of these days and check y'all out. Hot Springs, we live probably, we have a natural hot springs probably about an hour from us as well. And no, I don't want one. My son made cookies. He's offering me one. I don't want no cookies. You have some Ritz from Arkansas, Auntie? I think I've seen a lot of people moving toward the Ozarks. Is it it's just better ground, or less populated, as they're we've had a lot of people moving to Idaho. And in fact, I just noticed up here by where we live, they're going to be putting in another subdivision. And what's about this area is because we live so far up, we're about 4,500, 5,000 feet, somewhere in there. Your wells are, our well is 250, 300 foot deep. And this was highly mined. I mean, it was hydro mined, and it was placer mined. And so it was a high mining area. And so there's a lot of iron ore. So there's a problem with the water up here and having enough water to build more houses. So there is a lot of concern about that. But there are so many great places in Idaho I probably haven't even been to. I just enjoy going. And I hope this year, last year was just for an off year for us because we moved into this place and we were trying to get situated and everything. We really didn't do what we usually do in the summertime. So we work and get wood, and we love to fish and hunt and all that stuff. So, but yeah, hopefully this year, one of my plans is to go salmon fishing. So I really, really want to do that. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, less restrictions in Arkansas. I think I read that too, Auntie. Does anybody know about the StreamYard? I think I probably have to just do a different video. Yeah, on the Salmon River. We had considered going to Riggins before, but Riggins is always so busy on the slopes. It's not easy for the kids to get down and stuff. So it's easier to go to Salmon. I have a few friends that live in Salmon as well. So over by Stanley. So you love the country, but your wife doesn't. My husband would love it if he could spend more time home because he works he works long hours, and then he has to drive home, which is an hour and a half from where he works, and then it's an hour and a half. So time here is usually just spent on the weekends or vacation times. So he would love to be able to. And we got it. We moved here because this is where he wants to retire. So eventually it'll be there. That's yeah, it is hot there in Riggins, but it gets warm here too in the summer. Hey, the kids and I say we have 2 seasons. We have summer and we have winter because it'll go from winter to summer. We get maybe 2 weeks of warning, and then we go from summer straight into winter. So it's 2 seasons. Oh, she's from the country, but you're a city boy, huh? I'm sorry about the house fire. That's always scared me about having a house fire clear up here, but too hot for you here. Well, I can't say that it's too cold for me in Michigan now because we we probably have the same amount of snow as I did when I lived back there when we was younger. Ooh, that's quite a change. DSLA to Arkansas. You lived in Michigan a lot too, huh? Yeah, yeah, some of my family's over there in Michigan, and I visited in 2021. I went back there after, I think it was almost 20 years. I hope it's not that long again. I really miss seeing my family when I'm there. So, it was good to see everybody when we went back and the kids getting to know everybody and stuff and seeing the things that I seen when I was a kid. You're a city girl, Mary. Do you enjoy the parts of you know, watching the animals and things like that? Or because you live in the city, or because I know some people can't have, they don't live that lifestyle, but they don't mind being a part of it or watching people that have the animals. That's one of the things that I've considered is doing more videos with the animals. The chickens are easy because they follow me around whenever I'm outside. The rabbits, they like to be held for a little bit, but they really just like to go on their own and hop around everywhere. Our ram and our sheep, they're like, hello, goodbye. And if they had more room, I could probably let, be out there a little bit more with them. But also with Austin, in the wintertime, we don't spend a lot of time outside. But we do spend sometimes out there, just not for a very long time. Oh, see, that's what we just got rabbits again, but we had rabbits before at our other place. And so a colony is what I'm looking forward to doing. We just have 2 females right now, and I'm going to get a male rabbit, probably 2 male rabbits. My goal is to have 4 females and 2 males. That's what we had before. So that's what we'll be doing again.
Who is this?
It's Sunny.
So your mom's mother married a farmer. So did you help out at the farm? You got like 100 rabbits. Do you eat your rabbits? Because we eat our rabbits. I'm sorry, but we do have pets. We don't eat our pet rabbits, but they're usually the mamas and the daddies.
I bet I could beat you on a race up to the hill.
Yes, rabbits do. We love rabbits. We had rabbits before my kids, and it was really hard for them to understand because rabbits are cuter. Well, now my boys are older and they understand the whole life cycle thing. And so they're more understanding to our way of life. So it's for us, it's a meat thing. I am not a chicken lover. I don't like chicken meat that much. And I raised meat birds last year. And I said, I will not raise Cornish crust again. So if I raise meat birds again, in fact, I was just looking at um, our catalog that they sent us from the um, uh, our chicken place. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, looking for dual purpose birds because that's what I want to get into more so than just meat birds, because the meat birds were just crazy to me. I did not like how they acted. No matter how many times I fed them or anything, they just were crazy all the time.
I got Sunny's number.
Oh, you got chased by a goose. I considered getting geese too. Um, I haven't had geese. My son and I want to raise turkeys this year. I remember, and I think my grandpa had geese, but I remember my grandpa having turkeys, and I remember my grandpa's turkeys not being so nice. But mom, we want to raise turkeys this year, so that's something we'll get into. Guard geese. Yeah, I've heard about that, but are they as mean? Some of them can be mean, but I guess it just does all depends. My son was considering ducks again, but I don't know about ducks. To me, ducks, they're fun to watch and stuff, but they stink worse than pigs to me. Um their water is constantly dirty. You're constantly getting after them. And oh, my name is Melissa. And I mention it sometimes on my videos, so I'm not afraid to answer that. Oh, thank you. Anyway, so I think that we'll try those turkeys this year and see how that goes. Um, but I did notice, I don't know if anybody's ordered any poultry or anything like that, but I noticed the prices were higher this year than they were last year. Of course, everything is because the price is going up. But oh, that's nice. We I think we might do, I can eat turkey at least once a month. I love turkey. So I had a friend that I think she raised how many did she do? I think she might have raised like 10 of them. But like her biggest one was like 36 pounds. I'm like, I can't let them get that big. we we got a lot of meat in the freezer right now from our 2 pigs that we butchered, but um I have to can some of the meat. I want to. I love doing um I like to can the meat so that it's more convenient. So, but we haven't gotten eggs. We're just starting to get some more eggs, but yeah. Well, do you have a big family? Because we have a big family, and a 23-pound turkey for us would probably last maybe 3 meals. So, uh, it must be pretty popular. That's a third person, Melissa, huh? So, I have an aunt that couple aunts call me Missy as well. So, but I am not used to hearing it because they all live away, and sometimes I'll talk to them on text or something like that. But it was popular when I was younger. Yes, I love mine too. I like to make sure they're all doing well, and they it's hard keeping up with everybody and making sure everybody's good, but I like to make sure that keep in check with people and everybody's safe and they need anything. So I like to be help out with the family wise. So I don't know if it's oops, wrong one. Is that too bright? Or is that better? I might turn it. Oh, what are you canning, Rita? I have an Aunt Mary as well. And that's sweet. You were named after your dad's mom. I'm glad she was a good grandma to you. Yours the best grandma. I have a couple of grandmas. One lives out in Michigan. And unfortunately, I don't get to talk to her too much. I have another grandma that lives closer to me, but we haven't always had the greatest relationship. But she's been trying to reach out to me, so I need to get better about reaching out to her. So we live an hour and a half from her, but she a couple of years ago lost her husband, and so family time is a lot more important now because she's more by herself. So coffee. Anybody else drink coffee? Yeah, it's true. Sometimes in the hardest days of their lives with you being by their side is some of their best memories. So you need to go make a pot. Well, you tell to everybody I said hi, Aunt Nay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I had a good grandpa too. I had a good grandma too. Oh, Mary, we drink hot tea here too. My daughter loves to have tea parties, and we go to our neighbor's house and we'd have tea parties there.
No. No. Why do I?
He took him a 6-pack in the hospital? Oh, hold on. Hey,
She stole from me.
that's enough. They're supposed to be drawing and watching movies, but you know how kids are.
You're not getting a turn. And that's it.
Well, hello, Claire. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm sorry about your grandpa. But I probably will have to do another live stream is figuring out when I can do those giveaways for my 200 subscribers. Hello, Radio Man. How many kids do I have? I think everybody will be shocked to find out that we have 9 kids.
You weren't supposed to have that.
Oh, your dad was the only one to bring him what he wanted.
Yeah. let me get-
Well, everybody's entitled to be happy.
Nope, I'll get this. And I'm keeping this.
That's Mom's Bible.
Give me the paper.
Mom's Bible.
My husband's father died. He was a diabetic too, and he had his leg amputated. So
I need to get rid of her.
we have 9 children. Only 4 live at home. We others are grown up and live on their own. We are a blended family. Much times we have 2 children that are no longer here with us, but they're still our children. So I love kids anyways, whether they're mine or not. When you come here and
All right, Gracie.
you're just part of the family anyways.
But you need
So-
to ask first.
But the kids like coming here and hanging out with the animals and taking walks and doing all kinds of stuff. We have fires and just being a kid. Yes. I love my children too, and that's what I'm a stay-at-home mom as well. Oh. I'm sorry to hear about your leg, Mary, but I'm glad you're doing well with your prosthetic. Hi, Remy. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe Remy could help me about the StreamYard, because I know he's done it before on his. We're your kind of people. You must have a lot of kids too. Yeah. My husband's father passed away the same year my youngest daughter was born in 2015, and he never got to meet her, which was very unfortunate, but things like that happen. You lug kids every day? My kids are past the age of being lugged. But I do have kids here that come here that we have to lug every day. Or are you talking about goat kids? You said you had goat kids or goats. Maybe, Remy, if you could shoot me an email and tell me how I'm supposed to do the StreamYard. Because I thought when I opened the live, because I only did that one other live, that I could do StreamYard, but it's not. So maybe you could help me with the StreamYard. Just lugging kids. Oh, thank you. We have paneling like this, but our house needs a lot of updating, and we live in the woods, and I would really like to have the whole house like a log cabin. And it's not I'm not opposed to it, but I would just rather have everything. I don't know. I don't like uniform either, but parts of our house has different paneling than others, and so you can't find it anymore. So I would really like to have all of it log cabin walls, so or board and batten or something. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. You have congratulations on getting married. Oh, hope everything gets tied up for him fairly quickly so he can get home. And in this house, we lived in a house that was 900 square feet, and we were a family of 6. Well, we're a bigger family than that, but when we moved to this house, just the bottom floor is 1,800 square feet. The attic itself is over 600 square feet. So it's almost 3 sizes the house that we moved out of. So it's a lot of figuring on what to do with the space, because in our other house, it wasn't a lot of space. But that does not say that small houses are a bad thing, because even in our small house, we still sheltered our family. We still sheltered other people's family. So they still get the job done. You just got tighter quarters. Stole his thunder. Well, we're looking at about an hour right now. I could keep chatting. I have a hard time doing lives because I don't like to get in mixed up with everybody's regular scheduled lives, but sometimes you just got to throw them in there. And I like to show appreciation for all my subscribers, and it's nice to chat once in a while to get to know your subscribers better. So not doing my own lives, I really don't know who's out there. I know some of them by commenting and stuff, but it's good to know. Have a live once in a while.
If you break your promise.
Yeah, it's hard to pop up in between the lives. So I seen Tracy was live, but I knew I wanted to do something real quick, so I just did a pop up just to throw it in there, because in my whole year of doing YouTube, it's only been the one other time that I did the live. So, and I don't think it was that great. I still have a hard time. So we'll just see. I'll have to figure out that StreamYard and throw it out there again for the giveaway, and because otherwise I won't do it right. I love the simple life too. That's just life for me. Yep. That's real. As real as it gets. Everybody has a life and a family, so I love the YouTube community too. I've made a lot of friends on YouTube, and sometimes when I don't have things to do, it's nice to pop in on people's lives and just conversate with people to, see how people are doing and make new friends. And I don't get out very much from our home. So a lot of times, home is where I use social media, or I connect with family on Facebook and stuff, and that's how I do my social part. So can I put a link to subscribe? Let me see if it will do it. Yeah. Yeah, my channel's hard because it comes up with Little House on the Prairie, so it's like at the very bottom of the list. But I think if I put my handle name, it should come up there. See if that will work for you. So it's almost the end of January already. And looking into, like I said, seeds and what animals we're going to raise this year. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's the live stream. Copy address bar content into chat. Okay, that will work. Does anybody have winter hobbies besides their farm animals? Oh, thanks, Ruby. They wanted to know how to subscribe to my channel. I tried to put my name up there, my handle. I thought that would work, but I don't see how else to do it. So a link to my channel. There we go. Under my screen, there's a button. Maybe I'm not seeing it. So new at this. Did you get your coffee, Aunt Nay? It's there. I see. Edit. Oh, there it is. Right there. It's the share button right next to the mic. Oh, wonderful. 209. That's great. Thank you for subscribing. I hope that you enjoy my channel. Oh, thank you. I don't know. Nope, that's not it. Well, I guess I will have to set this up for a different time and get my pop it in there maybe on Sunday. Remy, you go live tomorrow. I don't know if anybody goes. Can't remember who goes live on Sunday. Are you going live tomorrow, Remy? Thank you, Mary. I hope to show better videos this year, more content. I'm working on a video for the year-end video of the last year in review, but it's taking me a long time. Oh, yes, that's who goes back to basics. Annie. A little at a time. Yep, that's all we can do. Work with what we got. Oh, we got snow, and I love seeing the snow too. I don't know. Not a lot of people do, but if I figured when we moved to where we're at, because I do spend a lot of time at home, it's always been a thing that I've always done, and that's because um taking Austin into the public and stuff, it's much harder because of his needs and stuff, and he's a little bit more difficult in stores and stuff. So I was usually just stay home. And we do periodically go with homeschool events and stuff and take little road trips and stuff like that. So I stay home most of the time. And you have to love being where you're at, because if you don't, then it creates a lot of unhappiness. So the first year, which was last year, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but I like seeing it fall on the trees, and I like seeing it on the mountain, and I like even walking in it. I walk in it to see if there's any new critters or anything like that out there. So I like to watch the creek and stuff, and to me, it's just pretty. Big old fluffy things sitting on the trees. So not a lot of people like it, huh, Remy? Yeah, you're not used to that snow and ice. It seems like even where I used to live in the valley, they're getting more snow this year too. And I mean,
And I'll decide when.
as much as the drought has been in the areas, though, it's kind of good to see some precipitation in those areas. Yeah, I knew you didn't like snow. It's crazy there. Seeing the snow and stuff, it's not part of what you're used to. I am not, usually what would happen is where we lived before, we would get at most a snowstorm that would bring in 6 inches, and then we might get snow flurries for the rest of the year, but it would never stay on the ground. So we were used to a dry scenery in the winter time. And where we lived, leaves would blow all everywhere, and we had great big old tumbleweeds that would blow in, so it'd make a mess out of everywhere. For so much snow, I seen that Ark Wildman got some snow. I don't know if you know what's crazy is where I live, even though I'm a homeschool mom, because there's not very many people. We have 30 inches that want to live up here. I guess that's the crazy thing, is there's no school bus that runs from our place, well, in the surrounding areas, to the nearest town where the school is, which is 9 miles away, and it's over a mountain road. So the school bus hasn't ran this whole year over here. So a lot of people in our area have been forced to homeschool because they don't want to run the mountain road every day in the wintertime. So they've been trying to find a school bus driver, but it's just not something that's very easy when you live in an area like this. And my kids don't have snow days because they're homeschooled. Oh, that's great. We are, my son is going to be starting high school this next year. And so we've been working on things and he's already starting into some of the high school curriculum. So he just loves to read. He's a reader and he's a writer, loves to draw things. And so he's working into that kind of thing. So we were talking about the electives and things that he wanted to get into for high school. But I have threatened a couple of times to do public school because it seems, they don't want to get right into school. And sometimes as a homeschool mom, I feel like maybe I'm not getting them exposed to as much education as maybe what they need. But it always seems to, if I'm patient enough, it comes out in the wash somewhere where they've caught up where they need to be. So if I'm patient enough and I wait for it, then I can, they'll catch up to where they need to be. So my son's standing here and he wants me to show you all this, but they like to forge things. And some of you might find it, oh, I don't know, crazy, but he made this, and he is going to have his dad sand this part down. We'll grind it down and make his knife blade out of that. So, but he made the handle in there. He wants me to show you all. So, anyways. All right, Remy, thanks for stopping by. Probably won't be on live too much longer, but thank you. And I'm going to probably get that StreamYard again set up for the giveaway itself. Yeah, my son, when he was, oh gosh, I think probably second grade, we got a encyclopedia set gift to us, and he went through and read every one of those encyclopedias, and he reads all the time, everything he can get his hands onto. And that's the one that's going into high school next year. So thank you for the congrats. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody stopping by and subscribing and being a part of my channel. They said, great job, Jave. He works in wood, and he's built a sled recently for the neighbor. And then if you're not a part of my Facebook, if you go on my about, you'll see I have a Facebook page as well. Sometimes I post things on there with the kids where I don't post on YouTube. And sometimes I'll share stories on there where I don't post. And sometimes I do have a Facebook group for my channel as well. And so we can chat better on the Facebook group or in the comments. But I do show sometimes their little toys they like to make and stuff on there. I know Remy shares his kids, but I don't know about, I haven't watched too many of Tiny Farm Nuggets, but we've been kind of reserved, I guess you could say, on having the kids in videos. Now, I do share some of them where you can't see them very well, but they would like to be in the videos all the time. But my son is 13, and I think, he's old enough to make the choice whether he wants to be or not in the videos. But I guess it's kind of privacy kind of thing. But does anybody else share their kids being in videos? And he said, thank you. My coffee's getting cold. I probably should get going here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of bigger channels even post the kids on there. I just don't. I guess it's getting more comfortable myself with being on the channel. I have another cousin. He's fixing on making his own channel too, so he might put his kids on there. Yeah. I'm the same way. I don't like putting other people's kids on there unless I have the permission. So yeah, I guess I'm always afraid of people. It's a scary world out there, so I want to protect them. But I do see lots of channels out there that do have their kiddos on there. And I don't know if at some time, it's kind of like a life history thing. You can go back and watch those videos of what you did when and stuff like that. So the kids can watch their history. A digital reminder, I guess, of what you did when you were younger. So but Mary, do you grow anything? And even though you live in the city, do you have flowers or you grow anything? I I think I'm more. Oh, the sky is beautiful tonight. It's got blues and pinks out there, but oh, a nice little kitty. We got 2 dogs in the house, and they can be ornery sometimes and bark at nothing. And then when we do have something coming on, they don't even bark at all. Does she keep you company, your little kitty? And I know you have Lucky, and I know you have a kitty too, but I can't remember his name. Fresh coffee. I need to warm mine up. we put a new wood stove in our house when we moved in here, but I don't like it. Oh, we're gonna get a different one because it's not like the cast iron that I'm used to. And I guess yes, I'm picky, but we have a bigger house and it doesn't heat the house as well as it should for the size that it's supposed to be. So it's not one of those. It's more for aesthetic feels, I think, because it has the glass window. So we did learn that even though we got half of our woodshed filled on both sides, we still have to have a whole, probably full on both sides. So, especially using 2 wood stoves. So, we will get there. Everything comes in time. So, lots more work on our wood. We're hoping to have some babies to show around this year. Little baby rabbits and little baby sheep. It was really a bummer. I guess it's really hard, even though you raise your animals and sometimes butcher them, as it is with any of them. When you have that happen, it's still hard to see your little babies not even get a chance to live. So I had one calf. His name was Remington, and I only had him for 6 weeks, and he was my very first calf. He had seizures, and I didn't get to keep him but 6 weeks, but he was one of my great, I guess, my first time hard losses. I losing that little calf. So calves are hard. I think they'd be harder up here, but I think they're fun. They're fun to watch. They're just like little baby goats running around. So, yeah, I like to watch the little bunnies too. We like to watch them. And we want to have here, let me see if I can show it. My son just took pictures and he ran out there so he could see it. We'll see if you guys can see it. I don't think you can. Yep, it's too bright. But it's really pretty outside right now. But anyways, forgot what I was talking about. But we are going to have bunnies in a colony this time because we had bunnies in cages last time. And the kids really enjoy going and picking up the bunnies and playing with them and stuff like that. So we have the chickens in a coop. And so when the little kids come, they can come in and pick up the chickens. All of our chickens are nice. All the kids can go in there and pick up a chicken and hold a chicken anytime they want. They're just used to them doing that. And they don't seem to mind because they'll squat down and let them pick them up. So our rabbits, I want to do the same way. I want to be able to have it so that the kids can go in there and play with the rabbits. So it's just more enjoyable for them. It's also easier to clean up after the colony versus in a little cage. And I think the rabbits enjoy it a little bit more. So difference though here is the amount of snow we have and doing a colony because everything falls off. So your snow on the sides get really deep. Like, I don't know. Like, I think right next to this chicken coop, even though it's falling off, it's probably, halfway up it. So it falls off there. But I should probably have been on here an hour and a half. And again, I apologize if you came in here to do the giveaway. I'm going to have to do another one. And this time I think I'll schedule it out and maybe do it earlier on Sunday and do the StreamYard part of it so that I can pick from the comments so that I can do the giveaway that way. We had hamsters too, and they got out. And I remember one climbing up the curtain, and my mom was so scared she swatted it with a broom. She did not like it climbing up the curtain. But they got out and had babies. It was like a little mice running around because they were crazy. Couldn't catch them. Yeah, I remember having hamsters when I was younger. Now, where we live, the mice are not the same as what I call town mice. These mice here are big old mice, and they got bigger eyes. They're like kangaroo mice. That's what they call them. Yeah, they're a lot bigger. That's different here. So, oh, you found your cat on top of the hamster cage. But okay, everybody. Well, it's good chatting with everybody. I should probably get off here and go get some dinner done. And I'm glad everybody stopped by. And like I said, I will probably do a pop-up chat or not a pop-up chat, a scheduled chat, probably Sunday, and do that StreamYard so I can do the giveaways. So nice chatting with everybody, and thanks for stopping by.